We started the Healthy for Life project back in 2005 as a kickabout in the Lower Castle Park in Colchester.
Originally we only had a handful of people, like 5 or 6 people that came down after the group, and then each week it just grew. They sort of told their friends to come down to football, so each week it just got bigger and bigger. We've got about 80 players on the books across all 3 projects now.
I'm loving my life and my time here right now. I look forward to it every week. I'll come to Clacton and I also go up to the group up in Colchester. If I wasn't part of any football right now, I'd probably be home laying on my bed playing computer games.
I've done our level 1 in coaching thing, but you can do coaching courses. My mate is bought a referee's kit. I got myself some cards and a whistle, and yes, I had a great time refereeing a game just for a laugh.
People come for a variety of reasons. They want to keep fit, they want to lose weight, they just generally want to
socialise.
Yeah, they just generally want to feel healthier about themselves. So there's the physical aspect. There's also their mental well-being. So just coming along and taking part in exercise helps to reduce their anger problems, anxiety.
It's really good fun, and everybody enjoyed it, and hopefully we get to get more coming, because I want this to count on more, a lot more. And I just feel like when you come here, it's absolutely, I don't know how they do it. It's great.
Yeah, now. Brilliant. Well done, Ben. That's it. You've done it.
Well, I think what they're getting out of it is a sense of belonging, because they're working as a group, they're working as teams, they're making new friends, and whether or not they can kick a ball or not isn't really the sort of outcome. You know, it's all about giving it a shot, having fun, enjoying it, and learning from it, and it's bringing them on, and they're developing. They've got confidence now. There's a lot of them that started that had absolutely no confidence in football, and they've gained that now simply by coming to the training sessions and giving it a shot.
Funding for any project is always very difficult to get, and after 4 years of doing it voluntary, we were very, very fortunate that NHS North East Essex gave us the funding for a 5-year project. It has actually been extended for another couple of years. The funding enables us to pay for coaches from other football clubs to come in and help us. We can pay for transport, football kits, venue hires. We can pay for presentation evenings, medals, trophies, all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's very, very useful. So although the funding actually comes from North East Essex NHS, we're very fortunate that we're able to run the project through our local health provider, which is Anglian Community Enterprise.
And when she came and spoke to me about it, it was a really, really good opportunity and real good engagement from the local users. It was a fantastic chance for her to actually promote social inclusion and healthy lifestyles through football. And it's been a great success ever since. The way it's developed in terms of the competition element, in terms of a drop-in around health and wellbeing and all the other things that have been bolted on the side of it. So the users that come along to the group now not only get football, there are coaching opportunities, they get information about health and wellbeing, there's a drop-in session, there's a competition element. It is really, really grown out of all proportion to the original project.
Disability football is such a niche area of football, and what they bring to the table is they bring real expertise in working with those particular individuals, whereas our expertise at Essex County FA is very generic, and they bring those real niche skills needed to make sure that the product we offer for disability football is the best product that we can possibly offer.
If you have a ball in your hand, okay, the catcher can't catch me. So, for instance, is it Dave?
Yeah.
If I've got a ball in my hand, he can't catch me, but he can catch maybe Nigel, because he hasn't got a ball.
I really enjoy doing stuff with these guys because it's very rewarding. In my opinion, any level of football I do is about improving the person, and then comes the player. So, and that's even more evident in these guys. So, a lot of them, believe it or not, want to get fitter. So they come to me and be like, Abs, I want to do some more fitness training. I'm like, wow, these guys, they starting to recognise the health benefits and what they're getting out of it. And it's great socially for them to interact with other people who they can relate to. We had a go at doing a bit of spatial awareness using a big grid split into little grids. Things we take for granted that these guys will struggle at, but it's just finding another way to help them learn.
This side of the pitch, is that easy or hard for defenders?
No, it's hard.
Most of the time
it's
easy.
Lots of football skills and techniques and things that they need to know that will benefit them in life in general, like awareness of crossing the road. Like if people aren't looking where they're going, they're going to get it over. Same with football, you've got to be aware of where other people are on the pitch, talking to each other, major skill, life skill for them.
You meet new people and it's really good fun. The clients do really well. I think they're focusing a lot better and they're passing a lot better as well.
What we do is we divide it, because Colchester is our main group and our biggest group, so we both come along to the Tuesday group. And we have other coaches that come along as well. But Mo does Wednesdays at Witham and then I do Thursdays in Claxton, so we divide the project up between us.
Yeah. It does benefit the players a lot, you know, having links with all different local clubs, you know, because they look up to all the big clubs.
As well, JJ likes coming for the social side. Obviously, with autism, that's one of the things that they struggle most with. He loves being outdoors. He's a very, very active person, but he sort of lacks the imagination skills. So for him to do something like this, he doesn't necessarily participate in the actual football. Here, he won't necessarily sort of communicate with his peers, go up and approach them. Jamie's non-verbal, so he wouldn't go and approach them and sort of shake their hand or anything, but he will, if he's interacting with them, he likes interact. You can see that he likes the interaction. You can see that it does help him in lots of other ways as well. And the difference that I've seen when I first started bringing him here sort of last year, it is massive. Yeah, he's definitely progressed a huge amount.
What do I get out of it? Great satisfaction to see them guys with smiles on their faces and coming up to me going, I can't wait for football training next week. So just enjoyment really. When I first started doing it, I saw a lot of individuals, like I'm going to do this. But it's getting them around to thinking if they work as a team, they're going to get certain things out, and they're starting to realise that and get more out of each other. So
every week, despite what the weather's like, it could be raining, it could be snowing, freezing cold, there's ice on the pitches, but the players are always here, and that goes across all three groups. And that's what motivates Mo and I, to be honest, to make us come down every week and do this.
They're very passionate about the football.
I think for us, it's what we see, what the players get from it. And that's what drives us along, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's not just a kick around football pitch, it's far more than that. And we can see all the benefits that they're getting from it and the enjoyment that they get.
Yeah.
Even in the cold weather, they will still come up and play. And when you get that sort of commitment from players, especially players with a disability, I mean, that's what drives us on, definitely.
Yeah.
I think the main focus for Mo and I regarding the project is trying to get that just right challenge for the players. And because we have so many different abilities, it's trying to make sure that more able players, they get enough of a challenge so they don't get bored. But equally, the lesser able players, it's made interesting and fun enough that they actually want to keep coming back every week. There's one particular player who has autism and he's non-verbal, and he comes along to our Colchester group. And when he first came, he was very much, wouldn't really kick the ball very much, didn't really participate or anything. But as we've given him lots of one-to-one instruction, he's now able to actually take part in the skills sessions and actually kick the ball and actually does some really fancy skill work, doesn't he?
That's right, yeah.
And that's brilliant to see the actual progress of somebody who came along and actually couldn't do very much at all.
We've got about 5 or 6 players that completed their level 1 coaching, so they do support us with the session that we have on a Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. And we've got one particular one who's sort of excel a little bit more, and he's doing his level 2 now.
He just started off originally just as a player. And then he progressed on to a local football club, and they actually put him through his level 1 and now he's level 2.
I got involved with Mo and Caroline through the community project they do as a coach and also as a player. I was interested in coaching and football and stuff, so I took it one step further, or perhaps more in this case, and decided to become a full-time coach. Back in the time when I first started playing, I honestly had no idea I'd end up sat where I am now. I wouldn't have said in 5 years' time I'll be running teams and being a coach and being paid a decent salary and obviously working really hard for my money.
Well, I guess there's some players that you can just tell they're more than a player. So some people just turn up, play football and leave, but you'll always get some that you see want to help out a little bit extra, whether that's setting up, cooling down, just taking a little bit of responsibility for themselves and for others. And I think Mark was one of those players that always wanted to help out and do a little bit extra. Mark is probably a rare case, especially for the disability team.
But for us, for our project, we do have our own players that we're putting through level 1.
Yeah.
To help them develop those skills, we're giving them ownership of some of the training
Of the training session, yeah.
And especially here at Colchester, where we're now letting them take more of a lead on part of the training session. So they take control of the skills part and then they get into a game. That then frees Mo and myself up to help the other coaches so we can work on one-to-one with other clients who need more structured supervision.
Well, we started with a couple of ladies at the very beginning, but now we've got about 10 on our books, so it's sort of across the project, you know. There's a couple of them in Witham, about 5 or 6 in Colchester, and a couple of ladies in Clacton. So we've got a full ladies squad now, so that can participate in the tournament, you know, in different tournaments now. So yeah, that's wonderful to have a ladies team, you know.
Presentation even is lovely. It's really, really lovely because we only get to see the players every week in all their training gear and everything, but on presentation night they get all dressed up in suits and ties, yeah. The girls get dressed up in dresses, and it's just really lovely, isn't it? Just to sort of see them in that social environment.
Yeah.
And when they stand up on stage and get their medals and trophies,
that's wonderful, yeah. And obviously the support that they get also from their friends and families and, you know, whoever will come to see them, you know. When we go on tournaments, especially on the coach, you know, then once they're all on the coach, you can see the camaraderie.
Because often we can have anything between 6 and 10 teams entered.
Yeah.
So obviously some teams are going to win, some teams are not going to win. But generally there's a lot of good banter between the teams when they come back, and they would have played each other as well in the actual tournaments. But we join in it as well, don't we? And sometimes we're even known to go and sit at the back of the coach with them and and join in with all
sing along a bit.
Yeah, so, it is good, isn't it?
It is very good, yeah.
I think they're all amazing, actually.
It isn't just about kicking a ball around on a football pitch. I mean, Mo and I are helping people to build up their confidence, their self-esteem, and just generally their coping strategies that they can transfer that into their everyday lives. So if they are in another situation, which could be a doctor's waiting surgery, a supermarket, and something doesn't quite go how they expect it to, and it doesn't in football all the time, so we're trying to help them to learn how to sort of cope with that disappointment, and then they can take that away with them as well.
With Matthew, especially with Matthew, I just find that he works, he sort of communicates with people a lot better. He works as a team now, and he sort of talks to everybody. And I could now let Matthew go off and do something on his own now, which I wouldn't have done a year ago.
I would like to see this group expand. I would like to see other partners come on board in terms of funding, whether that be mental health funding, whether it be social care funding. I think there are opportunities to show the benefits of this. It is one of the best projects I've seen. There's some things you do in your public health life that you're very proud of. This is one of the ones that is very, very close to my heart and very successful. But a lot of the success is down to the efforts of Carolyn and Mo.
I think the scheme's fantastic.
It ticks all of the boxes.
Sensational.
Superb.
Absolutely amazing.